Yeah, we'll wait a minute here for people to come in. And we'll see here what's happening. Kind of an oddball time for me to come on, but whatever. I have decided that I'm going to take this airplane to the Nats. And I'm going to swap out the engine for the Brian Gardner engine that I just built. We'll get that one tuned up and ready to go in the Magnum. This motor that's in this is a BEM, whoever that was, Super Tiger, and I'd rather run the Brian Gardner motor. I probably am going to switch out the muffler from a tongue muffler, and I'm probably going to switch out the fuel tank. But I kind of wanted to give you a close-up of this airplane and what made me decide to run this airplane, fly this airplane. I've flown it in quite a few contests a few years ago, but never made a Nats appearance. But it's going to make a Nats appearance this year. This airplane is stunning. I'm going to compete against the likes of Howard Rush and those guys. I gotta bring my A game. That's odd that the letters are backwards on camera. I don't know why. What do you guys think? Is that a fairly good looking airplane? I think so. Well, I got some dirt on it. But it's going to change out the engine right now. This thing can't fly any worse than my. I mean, this one flies all right. After changing out the elevators. So, the reason why there's no Magnum video is I put all that stuff back in the box and get ready to ship it back because in a few hours I'm going to be headed that way. We have a few days to trim on this airplane. Take it easy there, Charlie. We'll get to see how this engine runs anyway. If it doesn't run good, I'll take the one out of my Tucker. Yeah. The only thing is, I'm going to change out the Venturis because I know how this Venturi works as opposed to the one that's on the motor. So well, I like to use known good stuff that I know works. Ain't nothing worse than going out to the field and flip, 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 flip. It's a joke. A lot of guys do it though. I don't know how they do it, but they do. When I get back, I'm gonna swap out this spinner for the carbon spinner. I'm gonna swap out that tank for a CAS tank and get the nose lightened up, and I'll probably put the tube muffler on it with the weenie. Because we're going to take 2 ounces off the nose. I know you don't believe that, but difference between a Randy Smith spinner here and a carbon fiber spinner is probably an ounce difference. Difference between a CAS tank and that metal tank's about an ounce and a quarter difference. So we'll get this down under 60 ounces. And hopefully it balances there. I guess I could set that motor in there and see if that velocity stack clears. I don't know. If not, we'll be swapping it out to this Venturi here. Randy Smith sells those Delrin Venturis, and they work really well. I will also be changing the plumbing of this tank because the CAS tank exits right there, which is better. Okay. And for you guys that have these super tigers and you ogle the lugs out so that the motor will fit in there, don't do that. Drill the holes right to begin with. Jim Lee sells a jig, drill jig, where you can't miss, even with the hand drill. Or you can get a longer bit, 6-inch bit, set it down there and drill like I do sometimes through there. So let's weigh up the difference between these two engines. This is the steel liner motor. Take this off. Apples to apples. See if we get any out of that. Of course, I could run this tube muffler. This is an art admission muffler. It's a big honker. I think we'll put that one on for now till I get home and see how the balance comes out. There's the difference in the two engines. I'm hoping this one's lighter. Take the needle valve out of this one. All right, apples to apples. Let's see what they weigh. Okay, stock Super Tiger motor weighs 12.15 ounces. Nope, I gotta take this off. Apples to apples. They weigh exactly the same. 12.5. Let's see here. Mode 344 grams on the stock one, 342 on the ABC one. So they're basically the same. Let's look at the hole size here. Venturi size is basically the same. I don't know whether the cow will fit on with this snorkel on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It'll fit. What got me thinking about this is I was watching Wendy videos. He was polishing. You know what? I'm gonna drag this thing out and polish this thing up, and it looks just so good. I gotta take it. I gotta take it if I can make it fly good, and I think I can. I mean, I flew it at Jonah Hall. I flew it. Where have I flown it before? John says I flew it at FCM, but I don't think so. Flew it here, St. Louis. But there should be one more washer. Where did it go? When I worked on real airplanes, the toolboxes have a shadow. It's called a shadow toolbox. Each tool has a location that when you take it out of the tool crib, they check and make sure they're all there. And when you return the toolbox to the tool crib, they check and make sure they're all back in the same slot. When you take parts, let's say you're going to change an actuator or whatever, you're going to change nuts and bolts or whatever, they check and make sure they count all the nuts and all the bolts that you've taken extra, and everything has to be accounted for. There it is right there, see? Everything has to be accounted for before you're allowed, that airplane's allowed to fly. All the tools, all the nuts, all the bolts, all, the change parts. And it's really it was a good experience to learn all that. That way you don't leave a wrench in an actuator or we'll be back to work on the Magnum tomorrow night. Then, of course, there's a Saturday at the field, maybe Sunday at the field as well. Come on now, get in the hole. There it is. I might just put that motor in the Magnum. Actually, my best ring motor is sitting on the shelf. It's pretty dirty, but it runs really good. Make sure this is going to fit in here with the right. That motor doesn't fit quite the same. hurt anything. Well, I'll leave this on until I get home, and I'll switch out to the tube muffler when I switch the tanks and the spinner. I got 2 homes. Thanks, John. This is a front row airplane. If it ain't on the front row, there's something wrong. I'll probably cut that short when I get home, get my cutters. So we got 1, 2, 3.5. Oh, I forgot. This is a goofball size. Must be metric. 7 millimeter or something like that. 6 or 7. Well, get out my metric tools here. Yeah, it's close enough. Ain't nothing worse than to get out there and go flip, and it goes, you hear pop, and you're done. So I can take that one. No, I can't. No, I can, yeah. Take that out, put a plug in it. Yeah, we're going to lighten the crap out of this thing when we get home. I changed the wheels to my good light wheels instead of these Dubro wheels. Changed this heavy spinner out for a carbon spinner. Can't read it. I'll look at it here in a second. Greg said something. Can't read it. Need binoculars. No, I'm talking about the nut on there. It's not a 1/4 inch. It's bigger than a quarter. So you get to see this fly Saturday. Next trip home, I'll just have to bring 2 airplanes home instead of 1. All right, that's swapped out. That's all done. You gotta love that pilot in there. He's pretty cool. The way this one sits right now, it's 61 ounces, but we'll get it down under 60 when I take it back and swap the parts out. Wheel, spinner, tank. It'll be under 60. I just put this together with spare parts. Not my lightest stuff, so I'll take the lightest stuff off the Tucker. Put the tube muffler on it, carbon spinner, the light wheels, the light metal wheels, chrome wheels, and the tank. The tank will take about 1.5 ounces off the nose. The spinner takes about a 1/2 ounce, so there's 2 ounces right off the nose. So we're in good shape. I mean, they fly much more stable this way, but they do not have the turn like my Junar has when you got all that sinker in the nose. Plus 6.5 ounces of fuel. No, I already know it needs lightning. I took all the light parts off this and put it on the other airplane. Put the heavy parts on this one, so we'll swap them back. Because you can't get those parts anymore, the Medusa spinners. If I had a spinner mold, I'd be making spinners like that. Now, I do have Wendy's carbon spinner mold, and I am going to make some of those. I have a order in to a gentleman for some e-glass and some carbon, just like Wendy used. Good afternoon. That's what I've been doing. I've been polishing this. You know, I don't know. I just looked at it on the wall and I just got to fly it. It's got to make one nationals, at least one. I'm not going to win the damn thing anyway because we don't have any practice time in. Thank you, Fernando or Fernandad, or can't see that far. It's a beauty. At least we'll get a chance to sit on the front row, maybe. Depending on, sometimes they don't do it right. I was looking at Wendy's Spitfire when he was polishing it with Gorhams. What? I hate Gorhams. Gorhams is crap. What I use is 3M Finesse It. 39003. This shit's real expensive now, about $40 for this pint. Got these gnats. Oh, damn gnats. Guess how to paint the propeller, too. We'll get her all dolled up. I've already went around and touched up many of the spots that were, took a little red paint and touched up a couple little spots. Make it perfect. "24 watchers. You guys are real interested in what I'm doing. Let's see. How am I going to fill 26 minutes with content? The dust here is unbelievable. Get out of here and you rub and the balsa dust comes right back on it. Shop is so dusty. "3M Finesse It, Express Shine." Let me Get rid of that towel and get one of these new ones. When he said he used, I don't know, some kind of stuff. It's the best I found. But it's what I like. Just before you go to appearance judging in your hotel room, you sit and rub on the stupid thing. That helps. See this little tube right here? I run pressure. And if you don't put this on, it'll ruin your day. The thing will run away. It's unbelievable how fast it'll run away. Look, 4-second lapse. And I got that engine in Dayton, PA61. That's going to go in my Supermarine. That's the one Bob Giske really liked. He really liked that one. Either that or he was pulling my leg. Because that thing really turns too. It's only got an 8-inch nose. Not too many mistakes on this plane. If I get it to fly, which I know it will because I've already flown it a bunch of times, and I'm going to go ahead with it and fly it at the Nats all next week, I'll be polishing on the bottom. The bottom is polished, but you never can get it polished enough. I'll set it in my cradle and polish the underside. I did one side already today. The more you rub it, the shinier it gets. what she said. I don't know what that means. Well, this is a windy paint job without all the paint, so it should do well. No silver either. You know, I can't remember. Yeah, I did. This airplane, even though it's light, could be lighter, and I'll tell you why. Because I've changed up finishing methods since then. I still only use 1/4 of paint on this, but this whole wing was covered with carbon fiber veil. I remember now, carbon fiber veil. I taped off the center section, and I shot the whole thing with DC 540 and sanded it all off. Then I shot a sealer coat of clear, and then I started shooting that Miss Ashley red on it, and that covered pretty well. I only used about that much in a quart of Miss Ashley red for this thing. It looked peach. If you go back and look, you can on my channel. This is the airplane I did gold leaf for dummies, or gold leaf made easy. The paint had a real salmon color. That's what color it was until the clear got on it. This airplane here, when you look at, you can't see it on video, but the whole airplane is gold flaked. It has small amounts of gold flake in the clear over the whole thing, so when it sits in the sun, it sparkles. Yeah, the more you sand, the smoother it gets. That's true. And let me tell you, I could never duplicate this paint job again. Like I say, there's gold flake in the clear, and it's evenly dispensed over the whole model, and it's real light. You can't inside, you can't see it, but you set it in the sun, you can tell that it's like a pearl gold over the whole thing. It looks really good. And how that happened was, if you go back and watch the Gold Leaf Made Easy videos, I took that gun and I put gold paint in it, and I shot those stencils, those gold letters, before laying the leaf on it. And when I cleaned it out, all I did was run thinner through the gun. Well, I guess there was a small amount of flake left in the gun of the gold, and fortunately it distributed evenly over the whole airplane. So I'd never be able to do that again. I mean, you could get something close, but it would never. This is so subtle, you got to see it to believe it. It's just so. It looks like I tried to do it, but I didn't. One of those happy mistakes. So we lucked out. I wonder how hard that Cas tank's going to be to get out of that Tucker without breaking it. Guess I could pour some lighter fluid in there. I do have some debonder there now. We'll get it out of there somehow. I don't want to take it out of my Junar because I may be flying it. But I'm going to give this one a shot. See how I picked up the dust? Well, 19 and 11. We got 13 minutes for the hour, and this will be the last video of the day because, like I say, I'm going to pack up and get ready to motor out in the morning. Charles will be on tomorrow night, but when I get back, I'll show you why I didn't put my wing together. I was going to use no ball links in this airplane. However, the angle of the bell crank to the flap horn the arc is so strange that I'm going to use ball links on that and then none on the push rod behind. So it is going to have at least one ball link on it. That's at the bell crank. I don't have any here. Well, that has an added bonus, that snorkel can get on it, choke it. But I don't start my airplanes upright. They're all always upside down. John and I have a pretty good ballet worked out. I don't let many people handle my airplanes because they're too ham-fisted. Because all this stuff is built as light as you could make it. The punkiest wood I could find. All right, well, in order to keep this thing not so boring, I guess I'll end the program. Looks like some are falling off anyway. It's not a very exciting program. What I'm doing, my thought process, and we're back up to 20. I guess I could read Stunt News. I found a bunch of those. You guys got any ideas? And I need to sweep the floor here again. I'll give one more pass by on this airplane, then we'll end the stream. Like I say, there ain't many mistakes on this one. Come on now. Clean out the dust out of that. You see the flakes in it? The gold flake? That's not dust, that's gold flake. It's all over the airplane just like that. See it? It really sparkles in the sun. And the nice thing about it, it's even all over the airplane. I don't know how I did that. What a pleasant mistake. Really shines in the sun. It's even in the orange. It's everywhere. Kind of weird. And of course, my gold leaf letters for dummies, these are all, those are not, that's just hand done, those lines. So if you, the Super Tiger 60, ABC Super Tiger. If you go to my gold leaf made easy videos, that's the gold leaf that's on there. Very few mistakes. Come on, get on there. I don't know that I ever showed you these pictures. This picture here this is an SV11, believe it or not. You recognize these guys? Big Art, Win Paul. I can't remember whose plane that was. There's that airplane I just was showing you. That's SV11. I had two of these are Jimmy Cassell's Spectrums. I had two of them. I had two of them just like this. Built by Jimmy Cassell. There's SV11 of mine. Buccaneer. I remember the guy, but I don't remember the guy's name. There's a Viper. That was a beam wing OS 46 VF engine in that. There's Cycle 6. Joe Reinhardt built that. There's Viper 1. That's the one that started it all right there. That airplane, this one here's N30 legal. This is another Viper that had a Super Tiger 51 on a pipe. That motor didn't work out very well. There's Mark Hughes. This is Fort Benjamin Harris in Indianapolis. They had a AAA contest there. That's the fat boy there filling up the Junar. That's been, I don't know, several years back. There's me and a club brother of mine. And that's me filling up the Junar. I got a ton of pictures. Matter of fact, let me get those. You guys will like it. This picture here is from the 2004 Worlds. I need to move this down so I don't. There's Casminato down in Cincinnati about 30 years ago. Oh, bonsai! That's a stunt wagon. I can't remember who did it. 801 is the AMA number. There's Big Bob McDonald's apology. This was at SIG, about early 90s. There's that Cycle 6 again. This is my mom and dad. You don't want to see them. Come on. My dad and my mom again. Come on. I know there's more airplane stuff in here. My mom, dad, and sister. Here we go. This is from the FAI, the Worlds in '67. No, the team trials in '67. Don't know whose airplane that is. There's my Sorcerer. That's from '90. I don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Can't remember. Nope. There's a bunch of. There's my Sorcerer again. That was a good airplane. That was 40 ounces. That was a piped OS 32F on a less nearing pipe. I need to build another one of those. That was a good airplane. I sold that to John Lowry. There's Viper 1. Another Viper 1. There's me in my younger days. Oh, that's my sister. This is 68. No, 69. I think that's it's a USA 1, but I think it's been modified. That was a beautiful airplane there. That's from the 60s, late 60s. This guy died. I can't remember his name now. This is 67. There's a famous knobbler. Another picture of a knobbler. There's the Novi. I think Gerke did that, but I'm not sure. Sonic. This is Vic Macaluso, I believe. That's from 66. FAI scores. Let's see who was there. Can't read it. Getting old. Don't know who this is. There's a fake P-38, I believe. Here we go. Steve Woolley, Bob Giske. No, that ain't. Steve Woolley, Bob Giske. I can't remember. I don't know who that is. 4655. These are back when airplanes had style. Now they ain't got no style. They're just flying boxes. There's Billy and his Super Aries. 67. Look how young he is. There's Gerke's Novi. I believe that's Dave Gerke. There's Wooly's Cobra. There's the airplane that killed Stunt. Actually, no, that's not a Shark 45. That's a Humbler. Might as well be a Shark. I remember this guy, but I can't remember his name. He's dead now. I remember him passing away. Another Novi picture. Some profile stuff. Another Humbler. A Nobler. The Yellow Jackets. I got a Yellow Jacket shirt. I bet not many people have one of them. 67 Yellow Jackets. Novi. I really like that Novi. There's an airplane that has anhedral. The wheel pants look like jets. Well, that's the pictures for today. I got more, but I don't want to bore you too much. Been around a couple of days. All right, guys. Oh, no problem. Like I say, I got more, and I'll share more at a later date. But I got boxes and boxes of pictures. All right. Like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, leave a comment after the video's end. And if you enjoy the video, you can leave a super thanks. Yeah, that's right, Minnesota. Been a long time since I've been here, 6 months, and I got to go back, and it'll be till October. I get vacation in October. I'll come back. I'll spend a month back home here. All right. So now you guys know what I've been doing. Now you know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna fly this. Get the little thingy here to end the program. I really want to thank all my subscribers, all the members. I think we're at 46 members. I still haven't hit that 50 mark. I mean, if you guys can afford a cup of coffee a month, it's $4.95 a month, and that's about what Starbucks costs for a cup of coffee. We'll hit 50, and I'll do a special for you guys. But until then, I can't do squat. So, you know, please consider hitting the join button down below. It's right next to the subscribe button. It's $4.95 a month. Help the channel, help me afford the wood and the glue and the paint and all the crap that I got to put into this stuff to bring you this content, because it's pretty costly. I'm going to do it anyway, but it sure would help. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.